I'm now going out on my first ever bike ride out group, or bike group ride out I should say. I've never ridden with anyone other than Alan before, and now there's five of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going out. Right. So we've got Alan in front, I've got Andy in front of me, and he's borrowing Alan's bike. And then behind me is Andy's dad. And we're going to go and pick up another guy as well. It looks like we already have a problem. It looks like Andy's bike's conked out. Oh no, that sounds alright. The challenge, I guess, for Andy is he's riding a bike he's never ridden, ever. So it's all new to him. Whereas the rest of us are riding bikes that we ride every week. I've got to get used to the sort of the etiquette of riding in a group, which is something I've not used to before, so I'm sure there's a sort of a technique for trying to keep a distance. Let these two cars go. I'm trying to keep in my conscience that I've got somebody behind me who has to also keep up with me. So when I go across an island, I don't want to leave everyone behind. This is lovely, the air temperature's just right. Nice and cool now. The guy behind me, Andy's dad, has done an advanced riding course, and so I'm hoping he's not going to tell me how rubbish my skill sets are. Five hours ride today, this morning, and we're doing another couple of hours this evening. That's a lot of time in the saddle. But this GS is such an easy bike to ride. I've got no problem with that. I'm quite enjoying it. Woohoo! I mean, look at this. We've only left Alan's house not even more than 5 minutes, and we're into this beautiful countryside road. Andy giving the bike a bit of a wiggle there, getting used to it, running those tyres in. It must be quite difficult when you're riding something you've never ridden. Be interesting to see how well my GS with just its little 310cc engine keeps up with these much bigger bikes, because they're all bigger engines than mine. In fact, I think mine has got an engine which is only half the size of the smallest engine in this group. There's a statistic for you. So I've got the tiniest engine of the group, but you know what, I'm confident. I think on these British roads, maybe on a German autobahn I'd have no chance, but on these beautiful British roads up in the northeast, I think we'll be fine. holding on now, getting a bit impatient. Thing is, when you've got a Ducati Diavol 1260S, you can probably get past cars pretty quick. There we go, we're okay. Oh yeah, there we go. No problem, beautiful. We've got two bikes in front of us, and both of those belong to Alan. Must be quite a thing having someone else ride your bike and you watch them ride them in your rear view mirror. Look at this road. My goodness, this is a beautiful road. Look at this. Tell you what, considering Andy's not ridden that bike before, he's doing well. This reminds me of my day out some years ago with the Supercar Club in the Alpha 4C. Only this is better because these roads are considerably better than the one I drove in the Alpha at that time. These roads just absolutely flow. This is just amazing. Bit of a test of the skills here though, because I don't know these roads. Alan and Andy probably know them, I don't, so I'm having to proceed with some caution here. Into another. The nice thing about this engine in this GS is it has very good engine braking, so if you find yourself going into a corner a bit too quick, just by rolling off the throttle it can slow you quite nicely into that bend. Oh, there's Scott. Here is Scott. Hope this lady here is not too intimidated. He's still talking to the guy. What is he doing? I understand Scott is a very, very experienced and fast rider, so in theory he will catch up with us pretty quick, and he lives here anyway, so he knows these roads. Oh, look at this line bend, so I'm not going in fast. God, these roads are truly amazing. interesting because I'm not getting into top gear now. Usually I would be into 6th gear at some point on these roads, but I'm having to find that I can't really get into that kind of top gear level because I'm having to accelerate and then decelerate and then accelerate. Almost forgotten I've got a 6th gear. Just trying to keep the power band so I can take these corners. What an amazing road! My God, this is amazing. I have to say, I'm having to push this GS quite hard to keep up with these guys. Scott and Andy's dad are nowhere to be seen at the moment. I think ride-outs like this are massively enhanced actually if we had a Bluetooth intercom system. Like a mesh Bluetooth would be good because then we can talk to each other, because I can't see them behind me now at all. They've completely disappeared and I don't know whether they're okay or not okay, or but they do know where we're headed. This road just keeps coming. It's amazing. It just keeps winding on. Absolutely incredible. No cars on the road. I don't think you could get a more perfect road for an evening of motorcycling. Got to watch these bends though, because as you see there, it tightens up pretty quick on you. You can be going at sort of 60 miles an hour and then suddenly you're going into a bend that comes up pretty quickly if you don't know the road. And I don't know this road. Okay, hopefully a chance for the other guys to catch up. Slowing down here to give them a chance, and I can see two of them. Yep, they're both there, they're both behind us. Good. That's good. These are the times of the day when I like to ride most. I'd usually go out, if I was back home now, I'd be out on a blast on the MV or on the Ducati now. Tell you what, if you live in this area up in the northeast, you're very lucky. I was talking to Andy in front of us earlier, and he was saying that houses up here are selling like hotcakes. He's just bought a house and he's really struggled to get one, because as soon as the houses came on the market, they were sold the same day. Now here in the UK we have had some real, because of the pandemic last year, some real sort of crazy moves on people buying houses because they've got bored of where they live, being stuck in the pandemic. But I can understand why people would want to come out here with this beautiful scenery right on your doorstep, the right bike to have as a lead bike, the Ducati Diavel 1260S, because you've got that power to keep a move on when you need to, but you've also got a lot of comfort and speed and performance when you need it. Behind a car again. The thing is, when you're on bikes like this, you almost tend to start to feel like you own the road, and that if you get a car in front of you, he shouldn't be there, and you just want to get past him. But you have to sort of temper that. See, now Alan with his Diavel 1260 there, he could get past that car without too much difficulty at all. I think Andy probably could, but you've got to account for the fact of people like me who may not have the overtaking power. You may not be able to keep up if you do overtake. Yeah, Alan's found a really good route here. Really good route. Oh, a bit of cobbled stone up another cobbled street. Second cobbled road of the day, this. Hadn't ridden a cobbled stone before until this morning, and now I'm riding another one. Scott's on his back wheel there, weaving from right to left and left back to right. It's amazing. Yes, we're going to get a crack at this one. Clear run.